First of all, I want to say God bless you, and I pray that everyone listening to this is happy and healthy. I pray that we've all looked at the trends and understand the best reaction to this virus is to practice social distancing, to stay at home, and to quarantine ourselves. This is necessary to save lives. I'd rather you be bored than infected. This is not the time to be critical of anyone during this pandemic. We all need to be on one accord and get through this together. There are times when action is required, and there are times when an immediate response is necessary. And there's a reason that coaches take players out of the game who fumble the ball, or who don't catch the ball, or who strike out. Because in critical situations, you can't afford for an avoidable mistake to be made. This is true in the sports world, it's true in the business world, it's true in relationships, and it, for the most part, is true with the law. It seems the only place that it isn't true is in politics. Okay, I know we've just lost some listeners. There are some people that just put up with fumbles and drops and criminality, and they don't want to hear how they screw up. So today, as impartially as I can, I want to share and celebrate folks who are winning and call out folks who are losing terribly. Beloved, the frontline doctors and nurses who are fighting COVID-19, they're risking their lives and the lives of their families. These people are the true heroes in every sense of the word. And we need to recognize them for their bravery, their selflessness, and dedication to their craft. This includes the staff at nursing homes as well. I salute all of you, because your sacrifice is invaluable, and no matter what your compensation is, it's not enough for the job that you're doing for our country, especially now when it's needed most. The military, the National Guard, and our police officers, they're maintaining order, they're building outdoor hospitals, they're protecting us, and they're guarding our freedom all over this earth, and that's totally underrated in my opinion. We salute you, because there's danger that you face willingly and on a daily basis, and we appreciate your valor. I also want to celebrate the working people who are essential, those who have to go to work and be in the public. You too have to be brave and exercise caution and safety. I salute you and I pray for your protection. I'm talking about truck drivers, mailmen and women, grocery clerks, those who are out there providing a service so that we who are at home can get the essentials we need to survive. The infectious disease doctors and specialists who are doing the research and trying to find a cure, those who are advising people in government and issuing guidelines that will protect the most people and limit the risk of further infestation, and specifically Dr. Anthony Fauci, who has from day one been a calm, calculated, and honest voice, despite the challenges that come with working with this disease in this season and with this administration. Now, the elected officials who have been forced to make tough decisions and put their constituents first, we salute your compassion for the people under your charge, and those who often don't even abide by your decisions, and many who don't know what's best for themselves. We thank you for protecting the masses from the careless. The pastors and the clergy who are flooding Facebook and other social media platforms with encouraging scriptures and messages and thoughts and prayers. We salute you, because without your inspiration and encouragement, the people will be lost to their own devices. The school superintendents, the administrators and teachers who shut down schools even before they were impacted by the virus. We salute you, because district by district, you chose safety and well-being of our children over the in-class experience. The lives you have saved by being proactive is immeasurable. To you, we are sincerely grateful. And people who are sick and have a platform and are willing to share their stories with us, we salute you. You're giving us an opportunity to see for ourselves through you the impact of the virus and how dangerous it really is. So those are the winners, and people, wherever there are winners, there are also losers. People who have proven that in times like these, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is dangerous. So the people who are losers, in my opinion, are the everyday people who still are not taking COVID-19 seriously. The people who are disobeying the stand-in-place orders and disobeying quarantines that are for their own good. People who are taking unnecessary chances with their health and therefore risking the health of others. People who are hanging out. People who are still having gatherings when we know that the spread of the virus thrives in large groups. People who put their own desires above the good of the people. We're calling you out because your defiance is deadly, and those with wisdom and power have determined that your carelessness will be punished, and you are dangerous in this climate. I want to call out pastors and preachers who refuse to honor the limited gatherings order. As pastors and leaders, you need to set the example. There's nothing biblical about disobeying the law. In fact, with the multiple media platforms available, it's disgusting that a leader of a church would risk his congregation's health instead of providing alternative methods of worship. The church has never been about the building. The church was established for praying, teaching, and tending to the poor and needy. We're calling you out because you're not sending the right message, and you're dangerous in this climate. I want to call out the governors of the states that have been slow to react to the spread or the potential spread of COVID-19, especially the governor of Georgia, who publicly stated 2 days ago that he did not know that COVID-19 can be spread by people without symptoms. Either that governor is super irresponsible or a liar. What other duty do you have to your citizenship than to protect them and get all of the information possible when it comes to this virus? This governor is not alone in his poor decision making. The governor of Florida, who refused to shut down the beaches and put thousands of spring breakers in harm's way and refused to allow people stranded on cruise ships to dock and receive medical treatment, should be ashamed of himself. We're calling you out. If you are an elected official in charge of one of the 50 United States, your primary duty is not to the businesses of that state, but to the residents. Their health and safety should always take priority. Finally, in any circumstance, if you are the leader, you must take responsibility. No passing the buck when it comes to what you've been charged to do. Leadership means accountability. You cannot blame your predecessor if you've been in the position for 3 years. And the pitiful thing about this administration is the lack of accountability. March 4th, Trump blames the Obama administration for testing guidelines that were created in 2006, 3 years before Obama took office. March 9th, the president says the risk of coronavirus is low for the average American. March 11th, the World Health Order declares COVID-19 a pandemic. March 17th, the president says, I've always known this is a pandemic. Those are his words. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. Now, this may be an insignificant lie, but after so many previous lies, it has frustrated people who would like to be able to trust the president and know that he's an honest person and that he has their best interests at heart. So we're calling you out. Your minimization of this virus has caused people not to take it seriously, and now the death toll is climbing at an incredibly disturbing rate. We don't blame you, Mr. President, for the virus, but the facts say you fumbled the ball with your response. You got to own that. With that being said, we're in this together. All Americans have to work as one. We have to each put party affiliations aside and treat each other with respect and dignity. COVID-19 does not discriminate, doesn't know party, race, or financial status. If we do not stay at home, if we do not wear our masks, wash our hands, and treat this virus like it's deadly and our lives depend on following the CDC protocol, we will be destroyed. And we won't recognize America or the world for that matter. Now, we can all be winners if we follow the rules. We can all win when we allow the experts to give us guidance that keeps us safe. And we follow that guidance and instruction and hold those accountable who do not. We're all lifesavers in this time. The life you save may be your own. Be a winner. Practice social distancing. Wash your hands often. Don't touch your face. Wear a mask and take this virus seriously. Your life depends on it. God bless you. Be best and be a blessing.